Okay, so I'm calling this the audience attraction ecosystem for the purposes of this masterclass. It does go under different labels depending on how I'm teaching it. All of my systems are versatile. All of my concepts and frameworks are versatile. And I adapt them within Empowered Mom Magic, which is the first half of my brand, and Empowered Birth Wisdom, which is the second half of empowering moms. And then even outside of that, when I'm teaching for others in their communities, I adapt to how it's being presented to certain audiences. So I've shown this to people who are in branding. I've shown this to people who help out executives. I've shown this to people who are doing relationship coaching, birth coaching, like any genre that you can think of, the ecosystem can be adapted. So it's how to easily and effortlessly bring in your network of aligned supporters, collaborators, and paid clients without relying on external marketing teams, AI, or paid ads. I mean, these things are great. They can be really helpful in getting more to you. At the same time, you need to have the foundational root system. If you don't have your foundational root system, you're basically just building on pillars of sand that can fall apart when somebody does something, or AI changes, or paid ads get more expensive, or the external marketing team goes in a direction that is not intuitive for you and it doesn't actually work for your business. And they then cause you to be like, I invested all of this money rebranding my business. Why am I not getting the clients that I thought I was going to get? So a lot of people make these mistakes, and it happens. So what is this ecosystem? Well, depending on how I'm using the acronym, it can be many different things. But for the purposes of this training, it's expanded network, conversations and collaboration, and open door teaching. Essentially, if you go onto my threads and look at how I'm doing it there, and you see how I keep getting followers every day, I get new conversations in, more people are having conversations with each other. That is the ecosystem. And what's happening behind the scenes is that these people that are coming into the ecosystem are also going off and doing their own content and creating their own parts of the system itself to lead people back to them. So I've had YouTube creators in here. I've had authors in here. I've had people that are in coaching for business, for birth workers come in, moms come in. I love moms because empowering moms is my brand. But really, everyone is welcome in the ecosystem as long as you're contributing and you're being friendly and kind. And we hold each other accountable in the ecosystem. We also are building a sort of energy frequency within the ecosystem. So I'll show you more about that. But what you really need to know as a coach or creator or someone who has a product is the buyer's journey. You may already be familiar. So if you remember, if you're in the awareness stage, what you really need to focus on is just brand awareness. Well, the ecosystem does that. By implementing the strategies within the ecosystem, you showcase the actual problem and the ways that you can help solve it without pressuring anybody to buy now before they're ready or they even trust you. Now, if someone's in the consideration phase, which is when they're looking for the different solutions out there and looking where they might invest their time, you also are now showcasing that not only do you know how to solve the problem, but you have your method, you've showcased your method, you've shown them the different ways that they can go deeper, and they're less likely to keep shopping. They may start to say, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to check out the rest of your stuff. If your stuff is good, they're going to stay. Now, if they're in the buying stage, you've also already given them everything they need to know about what working with you would give them. And they're pre-sold on you before they even book a session or buy from you. Even if they can't afford you and can't afford your rates for your high level program. As you continue to build your brand and your awareness, you can start creating books, you can start creating lower level programs, you can have free master classes, and they may attend those. They may also be more inclined to think, I'm going to work with this person and I'm going to find a way to do it. So again, remember what I said about how you want somebody who really wants to invest in you and in themselves and in the ways that you're teaching. They're paying to be in your space. They're not paying to just get a book. They're not buying coaching. They're not buying a program. They're investing for their own reasons, for their own solutions. And the thing about the ecosystem is, even if they don't opt in, because you lead with value, they're still advocates for your brand and they may return later. They'll tell others about you. They'll be out on Instagram or on YouTube and they'll say, hey, friend that is over here, you may want to come check out this person. And then you can bring in those collaborations. So your network is your net worth.